Hello, dear students. My name is Matkarimova Dinara Hashimovna. Our discipline name is lexicology. Our topic for today, fundamentals of lexicology. We will talk about the object of lexicology and its connection with other branches of linguistics. Two approaches to language study. Methods of linguistic analysis. The perspective of modern English lexicology. First, the object of lexicology and its connection with other branches of linguistics. Keywords for this topic: lexicology, words, vocabulary, lexicon, general and special lexicology, phonetics, grammar, stylistics. Lexicology derives from two Greek words, lexis, word, and logos, learning. It is a branch of linguistics dealing with the vocabulary system of the language. It studies the total sum of all words that the language possesses. Thus, this science studies the total sum of all the words that the language possesses. The priority of the words as the basic unit of the language. The word can be defined as a structure and semantic entity of the language system. The word is simultaneously a semantic, grammatical, and phonological unit. Lexicology studies various lexical units, words, variable word group, phraseological units, and morphemes which make up words. The word, as well as any linguistic sign, is a two-phased unit possessing both form and content, or in other words, sound, form, and meaning. The term vocabulary means the total sum of words that there are in the language. The size of the vocabulary of any language is huge. No person can learn or know all the words of the language. Individual persons possess their own total vocabulary consisting of all words they know. Another word to use to denote vocabulary is the term lexicon. In modern linguistics, three main meanings of the term lexicon are distinguished. First, the vocabulary which a speaker of a language has in his her hand. That is mental lexicon. Second, the set of leximes of a language and possesses which are related to them. Third, the set of lexical items of a language. Distinction is made between general lexicology and special lexicology. General lexicology is a part of general linguistics. It is concerned with the study of vocabulary and its basic unit, irrespective of specific features of any particular language. It works out basic notions and methods of vocabulary study. Within the frames of general lexicology, many notions, such as notion of the word, the notion of the meaning, the notion of the content, the notion of system relations, are investigated. Special lexicology is a lexicology of particular language, English, Russian, German, French, etc. It describes words and vocabulary of one particular language. Every special lexicology is based on the principles of the general lexicology. Special lexicology is further subdivided into diachronic and historical, and synchronic, descriptive. Historical lexicology deals with the evolution of any vocabulary, the origin of words, their change and development, the subject matter of its development. It studies mainly the structure and specific function of words. They are different aspects of branches of language lexicology. Any language is the unity of different aspects, grammar, vocabulary, and sound system. As lexicology is the science that deals with vocabulary system, it is definitely connected with all the rest of the aspects. Lexicology is linked with phonetics, since the latter is concerned with study of the sound form of the word. There is a close relationship between lexicology and grammar. Grammar is concerned with various means of expressing grammatical relations between words as well as with patterns according to which words are combined into word groups and sentences. Lexicology is bound up with stylistics since they are problems of meaning, vocabulary, stratification, style treated in frames of both branches. The structure of words is studied by methodology. Ways of coining new words is the object of word building. Meaning of words, their relations in vocabulary became object semantiology. Set expressions and idioms are studied by phraseology. The origin word, their development is the language are dealt with etymology, and the behavior of words in speech considered by contextology. Second, two approaches to language study, synchronic and diachronic. There are two principal approaches in linguistic science to study of language material, synchronic and diachronic. With regard to spatial lexicology, the synchronic approach is concerned with the vocabulary of a language as it exists at a given time. It's spatial descriptive lexicology that deals with the vocabulary and vocabulary units of particular language at a certain time. The diachronic approach, in terms of spatial lexicology, deals with the changes and the development of vocabulary in the course of time. It is spatial historical lexicology that deals with the evaluation of vocabulary units of language as the time goes by. The two approaches shouldn't be set one against the other. In fact, they are interconnected and interrelated because every linguistic structure and system exists in a state of constant development, so that the synchronic state of a language system is a result of long process of linguistic evaluation of its historical development, closely connected with the historical lexicology and constructive comparative lexicology, whose aims are to study a correlation between the vocabularies of two or more languages and find out the correspondence between the vocabulary units of the language under comparison. Methods of linguistic analysis: observation, classification, generalization, verification. Methods of linguistic analysis. Every science has certain methods of investigation at its disposal. The process of scientific investigation may be subdivided into several phases. Observation is the basic phase of all modern scientific investigations, including linguistics. In other words, we deal with the inductive method of inquiry. The key role of the opening phrase of linguistic analysis is that the statement of fact must be based on observation, not on unsupported authority, logical conclusion, or personal preference. Classification is the second phase that comes after observation. Every lexicological research is based on collecting linguistic examples. At this stage of linguistic analysis, the stored facts, the collected data, and empirical material undergo some grouping. Generalization is third stage of linguistic analysis, at which the collection of data and their classification must eventually lead to the formulation of hypotheses, rules, or law. Verification is the phase of linguistic analysis that leads to the result of scientific investigation. While doing research, any linguistic encounters all phases of investigations. Modern lexicology, the perspective of modern English lexicology. Lexicology has its own main aims and tasks. Modern English lexicology investigates the problem of word structure and word formation, the classification of vocabulary units, description of the relationship between different lexical laws of English vocabulary. Check yourself. Give answer to the next 10 questions.